Hi everyone, welcome into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm your host, Barbara Marvel Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. Today's a very special day because we are on location in Oldsmar, Florida with the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber, and I'm excited to be here. We have some great guests for the entire show, and I invite you to stay with us right from the start to the very end. I also wanted to bring notation to this wonderful trophy because this is actually the Florida Association Chamber Professionals Award as Chamber of the Year for last year, 2017. So this is very exciting. We have a long-time member of this Chamber of Commerce, and I want to introduce these folks to you. Yanya McReynolds and Tim McReynolds from Beamworks. Right?
Yes.
And you happen to be our clients with Tampa Bay Multimedia. We're your clients as well. So, and we've just been talking up a storm before the show, but I saved some of the best part for last because I want to really hear from both of you because you're a family-owned business.
Yes, since 1999.
Since 1999, so that's quite a long time to stay with a chamber. I trust you have a really great relationship with them. What has the chamber done for you as far as getting involved in the community and sharing what's going on?
I think the chamber has been a big part of our business because they've allowed us to be able to be introduced to other people within the community. And through their connections, we've met a lot of nice people that we've been able to work with, a lot of clients, a lot of people that have turned into very good friends, and just being able to work with the chamber on a lot of their social events and Oldsmar Days and Oktoberfest and all of the great festivals that the chamber puts on, and it's been very beneficial to us.
Would you say it's kind of like a family of businesses?
Definitely a family of businesses. I think so, definitely.
It's exciting. How much part do you have equal share in your business of Beamworks?
I think we do. I think, yes, I have my part that I do and he has his part that he does. I do all of the inside office things dealing with employees and jobs and things like that, and he deals with the equipment and...
Yeah.
Tim, this being in the television industry and having a little bit of experience, to say the very least, you're a professional. It's not always an easy day. Would you say every day is different?
Oh, definitely. You just take it as it comes, whatever comes that day, and you deal with it and go on from there. But some's planned out, but you know, you hope.
You hope, right?
Nothing ever goes according to plan.
No.
Isn't that funny? Well, it makes life interesting, right?
Yeah.
So give us a little overview on what you actually do. What is Beamworks?
Well, we're a production house as well as a rental house for audiovisual equipment, like obviously you see here, you know, video, lighting, sound, even decor. We do weddings, pipe and drape, you know, lighting, you know, for that and things like that. So we're involved in a lot of different multimedia type situations.
How many years of experience do you have in that? I'm just curious.
Well, I started in like '95 with working with a guy named Brian Redgrave, which was Redgrave Audio, which is who I bought the business from in '99. He'd been doing it for 18 years. Before that, I was running sound for bands. That's how I met Brian. I was renting equipment from him. So, so it kind of transitioned into that. And then when I bought the audio portion, we expanded more into video. And then as wedding stuff came along, then we started in pipe and drape. And we used to work with another guy, and we did all the hair shows and stuff for State Beauty Supply, Mailey's, you know,
nationwide.
Yeah, nationwide, which is all these companies, Redken, Purology, and you know, Paul Mitchell, and you know, all the big names that you hear. We worked with them all. So.
You know, there's a lot of credibility with that because I'll tell you. I have a cue offset here saying that Small Business of the Year. Awesome, congratulations on that. And that's a perfect segue, thank you, Jerry, for leading into a question that I was about to ask you. And you're talking about beauty products, you're talking about models, you're talking about hair, makeup, all of that. I know how important lighting is, but
know.
seriously, I mean, you're in the business, and that in itself, you've got to have proper lighting.
Oh, definitely. It's, you know, we did everything from small little lights on a stick for the trade show booths to, you know, huge stuff that was in trusses. We used to do a show in the Grand Rapids. It was 3 or 4 semi-trailers full of gear, and took 3 days to set it all up and about 5 hours to strike it and put it back away. So they were fast.
I know, isn't that amazing?
It was amazing. Yeah, even me, and being in the business, the first couple shows I did, I couldn't believe they could get that stuff tore out of there and put away that fast. It was amazing.
Oh, I know. I know. It really is. And to be able to put that all up, and sometimes it's a very short little shoot, but you've got to have all your ducks in a row.
Yeah, it's a plan. It's organized chaos. I mean, I used to say we're just you know, high-tech carnies is all we are, you know.
That's a
Same
good one.
difference. Instead of setting up tents and animals, we're doing audio-visual equipment, but it's all the same.
I can tell you have a great sense of humor with your business, and as a husband and wife, I'm thinking that might be kind of important.
Yeah.
No, it definitely is. But like I said, I have my part of the office and he has his part of the office. So I think that's what makes us so successful, and that's what makes us a good team. And I think that's the success of our business too, is that, you know, I have my part that I do, and of course he helps and intervenes, and he has his part that he does in the same way. You know, we work together. It's a team effort, and a team effort including our employees. We're very blessed to have had employees that have been with us for many years. Our office manager has been with us for, I believe, 10 years now. He's been with us.
So, yeah.
So
That says a lot for
Yeah.
your credibility and as being the employer, especially in, this is a crazy business.
It is.
It's a fickle business, right?
It is.
People come and
Come and
go,
go.
and just to have somebody that you can really count on, that is trustworthy, I mean,
Right.
that really does set yourself apart. I just learned today that Tampa Bay Multimedia, who is actually filming today, rents equipment when they're on location and need to travel from you guys.
Yeah. Yeah, we worked with them for a lot of years, and John, the owner, used to work on the hair shows with us some as well.
Years ago.
So,
I know he's
so
done
it's all a
everything.
network.
It is a
connection
network,
thing.
and you build that rapport. Excuse me, and that's what I love about the Chamber of Commerce. It's like a family of businesses.
Yes.
Truly, it's a family of
It is.
businesses. You give your heart into the community, and you really engage. You step in with both feet. You don't step back. If somebody needs something, Jerry Custon and the guys here at the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce is amazing.
They are.
And we've interviewed them for years and years. Well, I'm just really tickled pink to be able to come in and show you what it's like when you step into the chamber and all the opportunities that you have. You can get to know businesses. If you're a business, you can be one of those businesses right here in the chamber, and you'll have to check them out, because it's not just about the membership.
It's a network. It's a network, and you really can't start a business unless you're part of the chamber, because it just gives you that basis. It's like just a part of the recipe.
Yes.
Yes. In order to be successful, you need to be involved with the Chamber of Commerce in your community, and we're lucky to have been in Oldsmar for the years that we've been in business, because this has, as you can see, this is one of the best chambers in the state. I feel very lucky to have had them as our partner in the years that we've been in business. Great people, and great opportunities for a business.
You know, there are so many great opportunities, and when you are involved like this, and I just wanted to mention real quickly, I had a tour of this chamber, and it's an old building, all renovated.
Isn't it?
It is so magnificent, and with the Historical Society, there's so much history. You can just feel that history
beautiful.
here. So you're very fortunate to be involved. We've got just a couple of minutes remaining, so I just want to say real quickly, congratulations for Small Business of the Year award. What
Thank
makes
you.
you so different? I know how important video is, but what makes you so different?
Well, we just work, you know, one-on-one with people, and we try to, you know, treat them like family. You know, it's not just a job to us. You know,
Our clients
keep
come back
that-
year after year.
We
They
try
do.
That's so
nourish
good to
that
know.
relationship, you know.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
building the relationships, and I can hear that when you say you do that one-on-one. I can tell you put your hearts in your business, and that's what it takes today to be successful.
I
So
believe.
if you need any video work done, and from what I hear from the statistics out there, is video is viewed 12 times more than print. Not that we don't need
Most
print,
definitely.
but
Right.
really, because you can convey a message. Hopefully you're enjoying the show today. It's all about My Chamber TV. We are now going out into the community and bringing the community to you. So we hope that you have enjoyed this segment. And once again, I want to reintroduce Yanya Reynolds and her husband Tim with Beamworks. I love it. I want to thank you guys for being on the show today.
Thank
Thank you for
you.
having us.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We'll have to have you back and wish you more good success. And we're going to go take a break. We'll be right back.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Trisha up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi everyone, welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm Barbara Marvell Kelly, and it gives me great pleasure to be on location right down here in Oldsmar, Florida, featuring the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. And we're going to introduce our next guest, Mr. Keenan Knopke. And Keenan is my next guest, so we've just been having fun just kibitzing about things. And I want to welcome you to the show today. It's great to be right down here in town, isn't it?
It's great.
Yeah.
There's nothing better in downtown Oldsmar.
I know, and with the chamber and just get that feel for what it's like to be a chamber member. You are involved with Curlew Hills Memory Gardens,
Correct.
And you have been voted the best medium business of the year. Congratulations.
Thank you. We're honored.
So tell me why.
Why we were voted?
Yeah.
Because we're a community business. We're a family-owned business. We give a ton of stuff back to our community in the way of services, in the way of programs in our grounds, to Veterans Day, to Memorial Day, to a huge 9/11 service every year, and remembering our fallen memorial that we take all over the state of Florida.
That is really wonderful. You've been a member with the Chamber of Commerce for what, about 10, 12 years, something like that?
Something like that, yes.
You know what? It's so refreshing to hear a long-standing relationship with your in-town Chamber of Commerce. Why is that? I mean, as you go from year to year, I know all the community events that go on and all. We're going to talk about your personal involvement with the 9/11 and all of that. But what is it? How has the Chamber helped you with your business growing?
Well, it puts you with businesses, not so much like your business, because there's not many cemeteries or funeral homes around, but it puts you in contact with other businesses. And we all have the same problems. Our products or services can be very different, but we all have payroll issues, we've got communication issues, we've got promotion issues, we've got, public relations issues. Not that we've got bad things, it's just who do you call, where do you go? Chamber's a great source for finding those resources, and they're trusted resources.
Yes, and that's really key, trusted resources. So you find it's like a family of businesses that come together and help one another with those issues that happen in business. Even though your service and or products may be different, you address the issue at hand and they're helping you out.
Well, today you've got the internet, which can be a wonderful place, and everybody can look good on Google or on the internet. When you want somebody that you can trust and want to reach out to, you want them to be local. I don't want to call somebody in California. I want to call somebody in Oldsmar or Clearwater or somewhere like that I can walk in and see and touch and say, hello, help me.
Yeah. You just bring something to mind about the Chamber of Commerce, and that is something that has not been lost, and that's one-on-one, face-to-face, phone call, okay, that's fine, but being able to face-to-face, I don't think that ever goes out of style.
I hope it never does.
I hope it never does, too.
Because I like face-to-face.
Sure.
I can email everybody, but I like to sit down and talk to people,
Yes.
get in front of them, let them get in front of me, because then you can feel and build that relationship if you want to. If you don't, that's fine too. The fit isn't always right.
Right.
But the Chamber comes back to give you those trusted avenues where you can find out about people without taking that chance too far out.
Sure. And when people are new to the community, I mean, your business in putting together services when someone passes is, that can be very emotional, obviously. And I can really understand why it's even more important to build a relationship, because I mean you're catching families and friends that are probably at one of their most grieving moments. And how do you transition and do your, when they come in, and how do you get started with that?
Well, it's all about building your relationships ahead of time, in the community, being involved, just being top of mind for recommendations. When people come to us, we're not morbid. They know why they're there. We're not there to remind them of that. We try to create different types of services and make the atmosphere as light as they want it to be.
Sure.
It's not a comic show by any means, but we kind of adapt them. We flow with them on how they want to proceed, the speed they want to proceed.
Okay.
Even to the point where somebody says, we've got to do something today. Okay, we can make that happen.
So good.
But at the same time, you know, we're going to wait 2 weeks for Uncle Harry to get down here. Okay, we're good with that. You know, it's that flexibility, and we'll communicate back and forth throughout the entire process.
Yes. And if you've built a relationship with the people in the community ahead of time, it's not, I think it's a little bit more, it's easier.
They're walking into a friend at that point. They're not walking into, oh, should I or shouldn't I? They're walking into that friend that they know, even if it's a 1 or 2 time meet. It's still, that ice has been broken.
Yes.
And
yes.
they're comfortable with that.
Yes, and that's I think what people are looking for is that comfort zone.
Sure.
That comfort zone that will come back every time. Something that really touches my heart. I'm a true patriot like you, and I want to hear about what you're doing with the 9/11 Memorial. Just share with our viewers what you do with that. That's so very
The 9/11
wonderful.
Memorial that we have at Curlew Hills. We partnered with the Palm Harbor Special Fire District and Ozona Elementary. They got the steel. We were in the process of building a project on our property, and we worked it out where this 125-pound piece of steel is now will be a long-term resident at Curlew Hills. Wow. We've built a huge memorial. There's 35 tons of American granite, American quarried, not made, but quarried and fabricated granite. The steel beam floats between the 2 towers. There's a reflecting pond, there's an eternal flame, there's the 342 men and women from the fire department that died that day memorialized. There's the officers, there's the port workers, there's even the canine, the only canine that died that day and is not memorialized anywhere else, not even in New York City, that's memorialized at Curlew Hills.
Wow. And when did this go up?
It's about 7 or 8 years old now.
Really?
It's been there that long. It wasn't right after it occurred. It took a while.
Sure.
But we have a service every year on 9/11 at 10 o'clock in the morning.
So who knew? Unless you were watching this show or you live in the community or
There are people
part
in
of
the
your-
community that do not even know about it.
That's why I wanted to bring that out and really talk about that. So every September 11th, and do you get a lot that come
We
in?
get somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 people.
Oh my goodness, I want to go.
It's huge. We do flyovers. I mean, it's about an hour-long service. It's non-political. We don't get into politics.
That's good.
That's not on our deal.
Yeah,
That's not our deal.
yeah.
Our deal here is to remember what occurred and not forget.
Yes, that is so fabulous. Share with me any services that we haven't mentioned in addition to what you're doing, or if I skipped over anything.
We do an annual Veterans Day memorial service as well as a Memorial Day service. Veterans Day is obviously on Veterans Day, whenever that occurs, whether it's a Sunday, a Monday, whatever, it doesn't matter. It always starts at 9:30. And it focuses on veterans themselves. We'll get a well-respected speaker. Sometimes that can be a local politician that is not running for office but focuses on veterans issues, to a national speaker sometimes. The same with Memorial Day. Again, it occurs on Memorial Day. Both of these services, like the 9/11 services, are outside. So we deal with the weather, but we've never been rained out on any of them. And they're focused on patriotism and remembering the sacrifices that our veterans have made.
That's fabulous.
The other thing that we do is the traveling, remembering our fallen memorial. This is the 308 men and women that have died in service or since 9/11. They've either died in Afghanistan or Iraq or injuries received there. This memorial is different than any memorial you'll ever see in that it's a picture memorial. Lots of memorials, we've got them, and they're wonderful memorials, Vietnam Memorial, World War II Memorial, that are full of names, but this one is all pictures provided by some of the family members. And we take it around to different places where people want it. Generally my wife and I will do this, and fortunately Curlew Hills allows me that free time to do it, but we'll take it around, set it up. It's currently at Tampa International Airport.
Oh, that's so it's mobile.
It's very mobile. It's real easy to move around.
You're definitely keeping that memory out there.
Without a doubt. And though, when you look at those men and women on this memorial, they range in age from 18 to 56. They're all family people. They volunteered.
I know, I know.
And we can't forget them.
We can't. And Keenan, I can't think of a better way to close our show, remembering our fallen heroes. So I want to thank you for coming on the show, my friend. We've had a lot of laughs before the show, and we kept this pretty upbeat, and we're glad that you joined us here on My Chamber TV. We hope to see you again. I want to come down there to the 9/11 Memorial.
Please do.
And maybe have you back before to promote to that, to get even more people
I'd love
to come and really respect. So it's time for us to take another break, and we'll be right back after this.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Trisha up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi everyone, welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of our community. I'm Barbara Marville Kelly. Thank you so much for joining us. We are here on location, right at, live in the house at the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. We're doing our interviews here because it's just a great place to be, and I'm going to interview our very next guest, who's actually voted an award for the Large Business of the Year, RCS Pinellas, and we have Kirk Ray Smith with us today that has a lot to say, believe me when I tell you, and I'm going to try to be as quiet as I can, because you were just sharing with me before the show that this is your passion,
Yes.
this is your purpose,
Yes.
and on the bottom of your business card is help and hope for people in need.
Yes.
It's all yours, my friend.
Yes. Well, at RCS Pinellas, we're very proud, and we've been in the community for over 50 years. We were started by 15 local congregations and synagogues in 1967, which is a critical time in American history. It was actually the last year of all civil rights legislation being signed into law. So for us to come together with such a diverse group back then was really revolutionary. Really, we were
Yes.
pioneering sort of inclusion. And so since then, you know, we've been able to serve millions of people. Today we serve over 130,000 people, different individuals living in Pinellas County, which is close to 15% of the overall population. And we do it a number of different ways. We have our Grace House, which is basically family bridge housing for families with children. Unfortunately, in Pinellas County, there's only 180 beds total for homeless families, and we have 80 of them at RCS.
Oh boy.
To put that in perspective.
Yes.
And then we have affordable housing, and we serve about 50 families, 50 individuals there to provide voucher-based housing and put them in a position ultimately where they can go into a market rate or even a mortgage in some cases. We have the Haven, which is where we serve our survivors of domestic violence and their families. So the shelter, there we have an outreach center there where our advocates, they're all over the county. They're in the schools, the police stations, the courthouses. Again, really getting into ways that we can prevent domestic violence, domestic abuse, and then how do we help those like right in crisis mode. I mean, literally that's what, at the time of crisis, we have mothers who will show up at our doorsteps with 2 kids in tow and a backpack, you know, at 4 a.m. Unfortunately. And then we have our food bank, and our food bank is unique because individuals and families can come in off the street, and we serve about 250 to 300 people per day, providing groceries for families of all sizes, all types. But we also support 70 to 80 other food banks and food pantries across Pinellas County. We provide energy assistance for those who can't pay their Duke energy bill. So all in all, again, it's 130,000 people that we serve annually. And so our mission is noble, but the task is indeed arduous.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
What made you get into this?
Well, for me, you know, after serving in the military for 7 years, you know, wartime veteran.
And I thank you
And
very much for your service.
Thank you. And I have 3 sons and 3 adult sons, and 2 of them are in the military.
Oh gosh.
And I also have a grandson, and my granddaughter was actually born yesterday, so I should not be here.
Oh dear. Well, thank you for being here.
I'm kind of distracted right now.
Oh, I think so.
But for me, it's always been about pursuing purpose. I didn't want a job. I wanted to have a purpose. Had no interest. And I want to make money. I guess we all want income, right? But at the end of the day, it's about impact. So what can I do to make the greatest impact? Again, your money, your impact will live a lot longer than your money will.
You know, that is so very
that's
true.
really why I do what I do every day. And I'm fortunate. I'm very fortunate.
You are very fortunate. There's a lot of people walking around on this earth that really has no idea what their passion is.
Yeah.
You're fulfilling, living out your passion, which is just so rewarding as a human being, and giving back and bringing us together and giving people hope. And you had mentioned that earlier about giving hope to people who lost sight of hope.
Yes.
And I've seen more of that in our world today than ever before. The stress levels are going through the roof. There's just, it's just crazy.
Well, we consider ourselves to be, you know, hope restoration specialists.
Yes.
And for us, that means is that there are people who once had hope that need to be reminded.
That's
so
right.
we try to do that at RCS every day.
But you're not a church.
We're not a church. We're not a church. We're not religious. However, if religion is providing food to the hungry, if religion is providing shelter to the homeless, if religion is protecting survivors of domestic violence, if religion is ensuring that you can keep your lights on and have running water, then I guess that makes us religious.
Yeah.
The bottom line is that our work, again, is about impact. It's about changing lives. So when you start talking about hope, again, it's reminding people that once had hope that it still exists. Some people had no hope from the beginning. Then we're here to introduce hope.
It's a new thing for some people.
For some people, it
I
absolutely
can't
is.
process that.
Right. So absolutely. For some people, that hope is foreign language. It's you know, it's Mandarin. You know, and so what we try to do is put people in a position not only to have hope, but to realize their dreams and again set them on a path to self-sufficiency. So one day they won't even need our services.
Yes, yes. And that,
Yeah.
when you see those days come, I know you have a real big smile on your heart about that, don't you?
Yeah, oh yeah, I look forward to
Yes.
working myself out of business, there's no question.
I love that.
Maybe I might start my own chamber to compete with this one.
I love it. You may.
I mean-
anything's possible. I'll give you hope on that one.
I'm gonna be any good at this.
How long have you been with the chamber?
Well, we've been with this particular chamber for less than 6 months. I will
Oh,
say
so you're
though,
newbie.
we are newbies, and so there's several chambers in Pinellas County, as you know, and we're members of 5, and this is one of the 5. And
Okay.
we sort of wanted to be really selective as to who we got involved with, which chambers.
Oh, yes.
I've served on chamber boards for many years in different places, and I always loved the chamber. I think the work is incredible, but what makes you guys unique here is your commitment to supporting nonprofits. You have a really incredible model around really provide focus, because nonprofit is a tax status, but it's not a behavior. So people assume by virtue of hearing nonprofit that you're anti-profit. But the reality is no margin, no mission. Nonprofit is as much as a business as any for-profit business. It's just we just decided that we're going to take the majority of whatever we make and put it back into the community. That's the only difference. So again, I want to announce this on the highest mountain, okay, at the highest peak, that RCS, we are a nonprofit, we are not anti-profit, because we understand if we didn't have a margin, we wouldn't have a mission. You guys understand that, you get that, and we appreciate that.
I'm glad. That is really great that you explained it that way.
Yeah.
For anybody that's tuning in. If you're thinking about joining the chamber, you know, you've been with the chamber a short amount of time, but you've been impacting lives for a long,
Yes.
long time.
Yes.
And that's what we need. And I love doing these interviews with people like yourself, giving your heart and soul. It's not about all that money and wealth. I mean, all that comes from here with what you're doing.
That's right, that's right. I mean, again, if you think about it, at some point, everybody that knew us will die, right? At some point, the last person that knew you will die at some point.
That's right.
So that's memories. But legacy is the impact that you make on people that you've never met. They never knew who you were, but they're impacted by your work nonetheless. So at RCS, our job is simple: legacy. We want to do things and have an impact on this community, on people who never even been to our RCS facility. Because here's what I mean by that. For example, we have a number of food pantries on the SPC campuses, right? St. Pete College campuses. There's a lot of hungry students. That college, 90% of their student body are adult learners. So these are people that, probably with children and so on and so forth, and responsibilities. Here's what we believe: if you're hungry, you can't pay attention. If you can't pay attention, you can't learn. If you can't learn, you can't graduate. So our job is to make sure you're hungry so you can learn. If you can learn, and you'll eventually graduate. And although you never came to RCS, but by virtue of this person graduating, to say they go on to start businesses and employ other people. Well, you see, we played a role in that.
You do.
So really it's about legacy above all else.
I think that's fabulous, and thank you for that. Have you noticed, if you've been with them long enough, to see those people that you are giving hope turn around and come back and join you?
Yes, we've had staff, folks that circle back, come back and become employees. 2,500. We have 2,500 volunteers. That's about 90% of our workforce.
Wow.
They come back to volunteer, and some of them come back to become donors, major donors. Oh yeah. Even board members we've had that actually been through our programs.
It's very cyclic.
Yeah,
And I
indeed.
love to hear that. And I've heard that from other not-for-profits, so to speak,
Yeah.
and charities and all. They come back. They come back.
Yeah.
I'm getting a queue for two
Yeah.
minutes. Oh
That's
my
all right.
goodness! So
That's all
I'm gonna have to say thank you
Thank
very
you.
much.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Anything we can do at Tampa Bay Multimedia,
Yeah.
we want to be here for you, and certainly
Thank
have you come back on
we
our
appreciate
show.
that. Truly an honor.
Yes, this is really fabulous. And you've been with them for how long?
2 years.
2 years.
Yep.
I have a feeling you've made a major impact in 2 years.
Little bit.
A little
Little
bit, and a very humble man at
Yeah.
that as well. And we're going to keep talking about the various businesses here at the Upper Tampa Chamber of Commerce. We have Kirk Ray Smith with with us right now that we're kind of winding down, and at the bottom of his card to let you know where his heart is, help and hope for people in need. You know what? I just want to get right into your eyes right now and visit with this man, because if you're hurting, if you know someone that's hurting, if you've given up, if you don't have the hope that you really should have, maybe you've never had hope or you know somebody that hasn't, I want you to get a hold of RCS Pinellas, get a hold of Kirk. I know in my heart he's going to be able to help you. I want to thank you for joining us during this segment. We'll be right back after this.
Hi, my name is Joe Stalteri. I'm one of the owners of Complete Care Systems. At Complete Care Systems, we do carpet cleaning, upholstery cleaning, tile and grout cleaning, tile and grout sealing, wood floor and laminate floor deep cleaning, as well as stripping and waxing of linoleum and vinyl floors, and a whole lot more. We also run daily deals and special, which you can find at CompleteCareSystems.com, or simply call Tricia up at 727-364-5158, and she'll answer all your questions and give you over the phone free estimates. Or she'll send me out to your home or office to give you an on-site free estimate. At Complete Care Systems, we don't cut corners, we clean them.
Hi, I'm Jerry from Hot Locks Hair Salon. We are conveniently located at 13414 US Highway 19 in Hudson. I've been a local hairstylist in our community for the last 34 years, 7 of which I was an educator. Our passion is the artistry of hair, and Hot Locks is here to help you achieve your perfect image. You can call us at 727-514-9978.
Hi everyone, welcome back into My Chamber TV, the heartbeat of the Tampa Bay community. I'm your host, Barbara Marvell Kelly, and we are down here at the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce. We're live in their studio right here in Oldsmar, Florida. We've had a great show so far, and in our last segment, I am going to be introducing who won the Manufacturer Award for the year, MicroLumen. Tim Lynch and Robin Reynolds, welcome guys and gal.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
It's great to have you with us here today. I want to talk to you a little bit about your membership in the Chamber. How long have you been a member?
We've actually been a member of the Chamber for just this year, but we've been a member of the Manufacturing Association of the Chamber for the past 7 years since we moved to Oldsmar.
Oh, and I've heard all about that because we've talked to Jerry Custon about that's really big in this community, the whole manufacturer picture. So congratulations on that. Tell me what MicroLumen is. Go ahead.
So we manufacture medical tubing. We manufacture tubes that go into medical devices like catheter delivery devices, stent delivery devices, things like that. So we sell our devices, our tubing to device manufacturers who then sell to doctors and hospitals and things like that.
Oh, I see. How long have you been in business?
Over 30 years.
Over 30 years. And I'm asking myself, what kind of questions can I ask about this? And what makes your technique or whatever different than other manufacturers maybe in the same sort of business?
We have a very unique process for manufacturing the tubing, which allows us to hold very tight tolerances and produce very small tubing with thin, very accurate composite constructions. And the devices out there being used today require those types of tubes.
So if I didn't need a device, what would I don't even know what I would be looking for. And it sounds like what you're saying is it is unique, which is more, more desirable for those that are in need of your services.
Yeah, the medical devices of today are trying to do more and more through very small holes in the patient. That way people heal quicker. There's less traumatic to the body. They can fix more things. People used to have to get their chest cracked open to get open heart surgery all the time, and now many of those procedures can be done by just putting a catheter in through an artery.
So, and that's what that's what I was getting at, because I haven't had any need for any of that, at least not at this point in time. But are you in the minority of this kind of production, or is it?
It is a bit of a niche business. Extruded tubing is more the norm in most industries. Extruded tubing is just melting pellets and pushing them out through a die, and then you get tubing out the end of the machine. Our process is much more unique than that. It's slower, more expensive, but it does produce a more accurate tube.
Well, that is really exciting to know. I had no idea till you just came on the show that there was this process that you could make things more comfortable for a patient and probably more motivating for somebody too.
Well, certainly it's an easier recovery period.
Yes.
I mean, so you don't have somebody lingering in the hospital for a week waiting to recover from, having their chest cracked open, like Tim said.
Right. I have a neighbor that is now in rehab, went into surgery, in rehab, mind you, after getting out of the hospital for 3 weeks. Exactly what you're talking about, open heart surgery. So what else can you tell me about that? Because I really want to know more about this.
Well, the tubing we produce is used in all sorts of different devices, from devices that will go in and put an artery in place of maybe a leaky or crusty artery that's there now, closure devices to help physicians close arteries off after the procedures is done, atherectomy devices, which are kind of like little roto-rooter devices for your arteries to clear out plaque and blockages in the arteries and things like that, so that patients can live a more healthy, longer life.
Is that something that, let me think about, what was it called? Carotid? No. It was something in the legs that my mom had as a blockage. And is that something that would go through?
Yes, probably in the femoral artery.
Now, how recent is this technology?
I mean, catheters have been around for a long time.
But I mean this niche that you have.
It's been around, I would say, 20 25 years.
But I think every year it gets a little bit more specialized, and things get smaller and things get more advanced. So
It's a technology.
yeah, it's constantly evolving.
Yeah, kind of like the digital age. It changes every day. But I love the motivation that when a patient understands that it isn't like it used to be, that really is motivating for them. And maybe even to go in and see their doctor when they probably should have maybe a year before. Something like
Absolutely.
that.
And it's really exciting for our employees. We've got about 130 employees, and for them to know that they're working on parts that go into somebody's bodies to help make them healthier or to help cure them of something, I mean, it really gives you that sense of satisfaction as an employee that you're working on something important.
Oh, absolutely. What is your role with the company?
I'm the Vice President of Finance, so I do the accounting and pay the bills.
And how long have you been with the company?
11 years.
11 years. Well, it looks like you've certainly found your home, right?
Absolutely. MicroLumen is a great place to work.
That is fabulous. Now, tell me a little bit about being a member of the Chamber of Commerce. Well, how has that helped your business? What is the engagement there? Excuse me.
So like I said, for us, we've been most involved with the Manufacturers Association. So that has been sort of helping out with manufacturing in the community, raising awareness of manufacturing in the community. We've had roundtable discussions at our office with the elected officials and other manufacturers to talk about what's going on in the manufacturing community. How can we help? How can we target students to get into manufacturing areas? Things like that, because right now there's a huge push to send every student to college. Well, that's great, but some students really are more focused towards the vocational stuff, and trying to get them excited about manufacturing the same way you get them excited about college has been a challenge that I think manufacturers in general have had to face. So we've been excited to be a part of that and helping out with that.
So we're usually so busy manufacturing that we don't always have that connection with the community, and that's where the chamber comes into play. It helps us keep that connection with the community, local recognition, keeps us as a positive influence in the community itself.
I hear that all the time. I hear that all the time. When you're involved with the chamber, it's a whole game changer. Now, you started out as a family business.
Yes.
Yes? And this, your family.
No.
No, I just work there.
Okay.
I just work there.
You just worked there, but it started out as a family business.
Yeah, our CEO and founder is Roger Roberts, and then his two sons, Mark and Scott, are our president and vice president.
Very nice. So that's really interesting that you go out and collaborate. You collaborate in the community is basically what this is. And I know the first time that we ever interviewed Jerry Custon with the Chamber, who is a sweetheart, I adore him, he just was on his soapbox about what they're so big about is manufacturing.
Absolutely.
And we do need that because we need manufacturers. But to have that hub right here at the Upper Tampa Chamber of Commerce, I mean, that has to be a really good sweet spot for you guys.
It is.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. Making that connection is huge, and Jerry in particular makes it easy to make that connection.
I know he does, and he's been here a long time as well.
Absolutely.
Well, what else can you share with me? How many employees do you guys have?
We're at about 130 employees.
Yeah.
And like we were just saying, we're a family-owned business, and the great thing about MicroLumen is that we keep that family atmosphere. From back when I started in 2007 with 30 employees. Tim started way before that.
In 1998.
He's been with us 20 years.
There was about 13 of us back then.
Really?
Yeah.
And it's grown to how many?
We're at 130 right now.
That is very good. So when you say you want to keep that family atmosphere, in what way? Because I'm finding in a lot of my interviews that a lot of companies are really going back more to that family atmosphere, that more one-on-one. We've done those interviews today with that. But we have just a couple of minutes before we close. Why is that? What is it? What is it that you're doing?
Well, it's taking care of employees, because if you take care of your employees are going to take care of your customers. So just making sure that employees know that they're important, know that they're taken care of, that you're providing the benefits and the wages and everything for your employees so that they're happy to come to work every day. And in addition, like I said before, that purpose. They know that what they're doing is helping people.
Yeah.
So at its core, providing all that is keeping employees happy, which in turn keeps customers happy.
And there's a lot to be said for that, because when you're doing something that is helping others, And you're getting paid for it, obviously, you deserve to have a paycheck, but to have that family atmosphere, it doesn't seem like you are the type of company that is overworking your employees, and you're showing mutual respect, and that's what employees want.
Absolutely.
And that's what employers want.
Right.
So that's pretty awesome. Well, we have just a minute remaining, and I tell you, this is very enlightening to see and actually have the two of you come on from the manufacturer's side of it. And I'm glad that you came on the show. What do you think of My Chamber TV?
I tell you what, this is impressive.
It is impressive. We're right here at the Upper Tampa Bay Chamber of Commerce, and we're going to keep doing this. So I hope that you've enjoyed your visit with us as viewers. And I tell you, this show is going to be so amazing when you can reshare on Facebook, because we do that as well. You'll be able to see it on Facebook and just see what's happening in the community, because it really is amazing. Thanks for joining us.